So I was scrolling through Twitter the other day when I found a screenshot that said, new Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman show, Santa Inc., is the lowest rated TV series ever. And I thought about it for a second and decided, you know what, it'd be a perfect idea to check this out. So basically, Santa Inc. is an 8-episode romantic thriller starring the annoying bitch from Wreck-It Ralph and Donkey Kong. All 8 episodes dropped on December 2nd, and you can find the show on HBO Max or pirating sites of your choice. Taking a look at the reviews, oh my god, dude, it has a 6% on Google reviews, a 1.1 out of 10 stars on IMDb, and a 4% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, how bad can this show actually be? Diving into episode 1, it starts on Christmas Eve night, and we see how Santa Inc. prepares Santa to deliver presents. We get some really good scene setters like this. Oh boy, I know it's claymation, but I still don't think I can show you that. So yeah, this show has a weird obsession with nudity. It's gonna be one of those shows. We also get some incredible dialogue like,
it's Christmas fucking Eve. Shit.
Bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck ass. Fucking.
Shit. Fuck ass. Shit. Fucking asshole. Shit. Fucking dick. Shit. Fucking fucker. A tit. What the fuck?
Asshole. Motherfuckers. Sticks.
guys, I'm really cracking up at this. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. We get to meet all of the characters, like Santa, voiced by Funny Man, Funny Laugh, Funny Asshole, Not at All Out of Touch, Seth Rogen. And then there's Candy, voiced by Sarah Silverman, the main character. Basically, Candy is a manager of some sort, and she works for this guy, Brent, who is second in command under Santa, and is set up to be the next successor, because he's so cool. And Santa is really happy because Brent is black, and Santa is really happy that he chose a black person to be the next Santa because he claims to be the most progressive Santa.
I'm the most progressive Santa in history. I'm a real change agent. I'm an ally.
But when Santa gets back the next morning, he reveals that Brent ditched him. Oh, and by the way, this is one of the only times I actually laughed out loud.
Brent, I'm Jeff Bezos.
Oh my god, Jeff Bezos. I can't believe it's you.
I would like for you to come work for me at Amazon.
Do I have to use an Amazon Fire Phone?
No.
I'm in.
Oh, you know what? And while we're at it, here are the other times I laughed.
What you see. Would you guys want to come? Santa said I could bring guests.
South Pole, here we come! It's gross and dark. You're not even the one who got snapped at.
But it triggered me all the same. When Candy snapped, it reminded me of when I snap at Craig. He never snaps back. He just grumbles, crazy fucking bitch, and walks away.
Here again, you don't have to act cool. I know you miss me.
She was.
Oh yeah, by the way, the total runtime of this show is 3.5 hours. And those were the only times I audibly laughed in this comedy show. Oh, also whenever they said Among Us.
Two motherfucking kings among us!
An artist is among us.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So the first episode introduces a bunch of the main characters, as every show should. There are Candy's best friends, Cookie and Goldie. There's this gay guy who I kinda like, and Mrs. Claus, who isn't really a good character. The only funny thing that happens to her is that it comes out that her first name is fucking Leonard. Okay, so the first few episodes, yeah. Right. Look, the first few episodes were so boring that I wanted to quit after watching just the third one. So here's a summary speedrun, and spoilers by the way. So just in case you actually wanted to watch Santa Inc., you have been warned. In episode 2, we get introduced to Candy's new intern, Devin, who is this fat college guy, and basically he's the best character in the series. He has no arc, but he's absolutely lovable, and I don't see how anyone could hate him. So the main story is, Brent is gone and now Santa needs to choose a new successor, and Candy throws her hat into the ring. Seth Rogen says, I am the most progressive Santa, so yes, I will consider you. So then Candy has to give the state of the workshop speech, but she gives all of them meth and it gets ruined. So Santa is mad and Candy decides, fuck it, and she visits Peter Rabbit at Easter Island because Peter wants her to be CEO of Easter. But then it turns out Peter Rabbit is actually evil and his kids hate him, and his son P3 helps him escape.
I can't go. My dad might kill me, yes, but I have to try and save my home.
Wait, hold on, I recognize that voice. God damn it, he's voiced by Beck Bennett. I actually like that guy. So Candy goes back, and now she's going on vacation, and she needs to get along with the old-ass board of directors, but Rudolph's asshole son Junior crashes the vacation uninvited because he wants to be successor too. So Junior and Candy low-key fight each other throughout the entire vacation, but then Junior hits Candy with a golf club, and everyone gets mad at him for hitting a woman. Now everyone hates Junior, and he becomes an alcoholic, and then he gives his life to God and becomes a Catholic. No shit, this actually happens. Now it's October, and it's almost Santa's birthday, and he's going to have a birthday party. So Penelope von Schweetz does a roast of everyone at the party, and Santa loves it. But then Candy's coal miner family comes in and starts doing a song about how they are oppressed. And Santa is so distraught by this, he has a fucking heart attack. And the Devon intern guy carries him through a blizzard to the hospital. So then they visit him in the hospital, and he recovers. And to cheer him up, Devon brings a bunch of children to meet Santa. And the kids are all over Devon. They love him. Keep this scene in mind because this is important. The kids go to look at Candy, but she doesn't like the kids, and she starts fighting them off of her. So now it's a month later, and Santa is about to announce his pick for the next successor, and Candy is hoping it will be her, but when the announcement finally comes, Santa reveals that he has chosen Devon. This twist is incredibly obvious. I am infamously bad at predicting twists, but even I was able to tell that he was going to choose Devon. So that concludes my summary of episodes 2 through 6, and by the end of episode 6, I was starting to think that the show wasn't really that bad. Like, I didn't understand why it only had like a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I would soon realize why the show got the ratings it did. It's time to talk about character. It's quite obvious that character development is one of the most important aspects that a show or movie needs to focus on. I was genuinely surprised by the Santa character. Based on the premise of the show, I was under the impression that Santa was going to be Candy's main obstacle to becoming successor. But the show surprised me by showing that Santa was all for Candy being successor. In the first 6 episodes, Santa was shown to be this really laid-back guy. Even during the roast, when Candy began destroying all of his friends, Santa laughed and encouraged Candy to be even more harsh than she already was. But Santa was always a little shady, and he was revealed to be the sort of twist villain in the last 2 episodes. The problem with this is as soon as the twist is revealed, Santa starts acting like an asshole, a trait that he had never shown previously. It reminds me of the twist villain in DreamWorks Turbo. I'll let Schaeferless Productions do the talking here.
Except he's really a bad guy who never once acts like a bad guy until the big reveal scene. He tells the snail, "I'm gonna win the big race, and you're a loser, you stupid snail. You suck." And now that the racer has revealed that he's a big meanie head to the snail and literally nobody else, he suddenly acts like a huge jerk in front of the entire viewing world. Something he never did in any of his previous races.
What Turbo did with their villain is exactly what Santa Inc. did with Santa. Santa never acts like an asshole until the twist is revealed. It's extremely stupid. Here we are going to cover what I like to call negative development and character assassination. The 2 characters that exhibit this are Junior and Candy, and their relationship to each other. From the first episode, these 2 are shown to hate each other. Candy is big shit in the company, being second in command only to Santa. And Junior is the head of the sleigh team. He basically executes the entire operation. Both of them are so powerful at Santa Inc. that neither has control over the other, and this leads to their relationship being that of hatred. And honestly, this is a believable story, but it goes sour. In episode 2, it's revealed that there's a secret therapy hospital for the sleigh team reindeer, because for the holiday season, they all become addicted to meth in order to keep their energy up for Christmas Eve delivery night. So once the season ends, they all have to attend therapy in order to adjust to life without meth. We see Junior in this therapy, and it's shown that Junior is only an asshole because he's trying to live up to his father's greatness, and he's insecure that he will never be as good as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The scene really humanizes Junior and shows why he acts the way he does. He's extremely insecure, and that's a great character flaw. Too bad they completely forget about this and just ignore everything that happened in this episode. Yeah, when Candy goes on a trip with the board, Junior and Candy treat each other the same way they always did. Candy shows no signs of understanding Junior, and we are just supposed to keep thinking that Junior is an asshole, but he's not. You just showed us that Junior is flawed and insecure, and that's why he acts out. This is negative development for the relationship between Junior and Candy, and it's infuriating that Junior's very real problems are just completely ignored in this show. Junior is a human being. Well, I guess he isn't human, but he has very real problems. So when the show kills him off, it doesn't feel justified. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Junior fucking dies. Yeah, in the last episode, Candy hops into her 2001 Honda Civic Sport and commits vehicular manslaughter against Junior. When Candy realizes she hit something with her car, she gets out and goes to see what she hit, only to find out it's Junior. There is a scene where Junior is crying out for help to her, but he just can't help but say shit like,
Take your little bitch elf digits and call a fucking ambulance.
Junior is desperate, but he still can't control his ego. We see him struggle to be nice to her, even in a time like this. In this moment, I felt bad for Junior, because I've been shown that he struggles with insecurity and is trying to live up to his father's legacy, and living like this turned him into an asshole. In this moment, I feel bad for Junior, because I've seen him convert to Christianity in an attempt to better himself. He's trying. He tries to get better. In this moment, I feel bad for him, but because the show acts like the asylum scene never happened, guess what Candy does? She lets him die. She stands there and watches him die a slow and painful death. The show wants you to think this is a badass Candy moment, but it's not. I want to bring up an example from one of my favorite spy movie series, Kingsman: The Secret Service. The side villain in Kingsman 2 is Charlie, someone who we met in the first movie, and during his fight with Eggsy in the opening act, manages to hack into the Kingsman database. He and Poppy, the main antagonist, use this information to drone strike all Kingsman properties, killing everyone except for Eggsy and Merlin. This destruction killed Eggsy's best friend, who was dog-sitting at Eggsy's house when it was destroyed, Eggsy's best colleague, who was an essential character in the first movie, and in the conflict that ensues, also indirectly kills Merlin in the most beautiful scene in the movie. Following this is a 10-minute long action sequence that ends with Eggsy besting Charlie in hand-to-hand combat. In this position of complete power over Charlie, Eggsy reflects. He tells Charlie that if this were any other fight, he would spare him, because he does not kill people who don't deserve it. But Charlie murdered his best friend, his best colleague, his dog, his mentors, and even Merlin. The emotional delivery from Eggsy and the painful snap of Charlie's neck leaves the audience satisfied that Charlie can no longer hurt our protagonist. His death is completely justified. So why does Junior deserve to go out like this? Charlie murdered dozens of people in cold blood, including Eggsy's close friends and family. What did Junior do? Be an asshole? Hit Candy with a golf club? Which, by the way, is revealed in the same episode that Candy wasn't even hit. She just faked it to ruin Junior. Junior suffers from imposter syndrome, trying to live up to the expectations placed on him by society to be just as good as his father. Junior suffers and the show treats that like a joke. It's insulting to me that they never acknowledge the struggles that Junior goes through. They treat his death like it's justified. It's not. The only thing Junior did to harm Candy was be an asshole. That's not justification for his death. And strap in, folks, that's not the worst decision this show makes. I'll bring you back to the end of episode 6. Candy just found out that Devin was chosen to be the successor to Santa, and she is pissed. She meets Santa to discuss the reason behind Santa's decision, and here's how it goes. Santa knows that Candy is overqualified to run Santa Inc. He acknowledges how much she does, and he knows that Devin is not qualified in the slightest to run the company. But he explains that when he saw Devin with those kids in the hospital, he knew that Devin would be perfect for the Santa position. He says that Christmas in general is about the kids. The whole point of their operation is to make children happy on Christmas morning. After seeing how Candy acted with the children, he knew that she could not be the face of the company. The children just don't like her. Santa, deciding that there needs to be a change in the company, offers Candy the deal of a lifetime. Candy will be active CEO of the company, but Devin will remain the face. Candy will get to make all of her changes. She will run the company and get to do everything she has shown to be passionate about. And do you know what Candy says?
Go fuck yourself.
Yes, this is what actually happens. So you are going to tell me that Candy only gives a shit about being Santa? How damn superficial is that? This entire show, I thought Candy wanted to be Santa because there were some big changes that needed to be made. Hell, Candy comes from a house of coal miners who throughout the entire show explain how oppressed they are at Santa Inc. Candy shows her capability to create extremely positive change, and she throws it all away because she can't wear the red coat. Do you guys see how absolutely selfish and unreasonable this is? I was under the impression that she actually cared about the company, considering how many times in the show she said, Santa Inc. is my home and my family. But then she goes on to reject the offer and fucking kill Junior. Are you supposed to like a protagonist? This makes me fucking hate Candy. If she was actually a good person, she would have taken the offer. Well, Jacob, not all protagonists have to be good people. Yeah, I guess so. Joaquin Phoenix Joker was the protagonist of his film and he fucking kills people. But at least I feel bad for him. He struggles throughout the film and this leads to him killing people. I don't feel bad for Candy. Santa's reasoning for not choosing her was completely justified. And despite not choosing her to be Santa, offers her the opportunity of a lifetime, and she turns it down because she can't be the first female Santa. Fuck this show! The last 2 episodes have the audacity to present Santa as the villain, but Santa has done nothing but help Candy. Santa has been nothing but nice to her, but now this show wants me to see Santa as the villain, which is just unbelievably stupid. Overall, Santa Inc. started terrible, got a bit better towards the middle, but then crashed and burned in the last 2 episodes. I will never be coming back to watch this show again. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give Santa Inc. 2 stars. Cookie's arc and Devin in general are able to keep the show from being a complete failure, and those 2 characters were able to keep me sane while watching this shitty ass show. Oh, and Beck Bennett Rabbit. Yeah, that guy fucks.